Well, good evening, everyone. So let us quickly understand the concept of hire purchase agreement. I hope so I'm audible and my screen is visible enough for you all. And it would be sufficient for understanding the basic concept of hire purchase agreement. We'll take few simple sums and then we will move forward and we will also take advanced cases. It would be my request that you have to follow all the videos in order to have a good understanding of what exactly hire purchase agreement is. So we'll start with the basic understanding. चलो ये hire purchase agreement है क्या? Well, before we start solving hire purchase agreement stuff, we need to understand when exactly hire purchase agreement comes in the picture. Suppose there are two people, one is Mr. A and the other one is Mr. B. अब Mr. A is an entrepreneur, जिसके उसके पास खुद का business है, he is a owner of a particular business, but being an entrepreneur, the biggest challenge that he has is to capture the market share, is to attract more customer, is to improve the efficiency of the business. And how he can do that? He can do it on by having appropriate technology, by having appropriate mechanism in order to have efficient product and services. But the problem is, when we talk about mechanism, it requires huge investment. Yaha, Mr. A, who is an entrepreneur, he has to purchase assets in order to have an appropriate mechanism which will help him to attract more customer and increase the market share. Now, option A, अगर Mr. A के पास money है, then वो Mr. B कौन है? Vendor. Vendor के पास जाएगा और सीधा कहेगा, take this money and give me the asset. And he will start his production manufacturing unit efficient. But what if he doesn't have enough money? Then the next option Mr. A has, why don't he go for loan? Why can't he raise funds by equity or by preference or by debentures? Then the problem is, when you are a new entrepreneur, you cannot raise good amount of funds from equity, preference, or from debentures. Why? People doesn't know about your company, so they don't trust you. Fine. The next option or the last option, we can say rather, Mr. A can go for hire purchase agreement. He can tell to Mr. B, see vendor, I will go ahead and make you the payment for your asset. And I will also pay you something extra in the form of interest. But you have to give me time in order to pay the amount. It means instead of giving you the whole slot of amount, the whole lot of amount, I would be paying you in installment, in part payment, along with the interest. And if Mr. A and Mr. B agrees, then they both will enter into hire purchase agreement. I hope so you have understood what exactly hire purchase agreement is and when it comes into the picture. So hire purchase agreement is an option for Mr. A wherein he can have the machine but at not paying the whole lot, but in installment. Now, why Mr. B will agree? Reason number one, he will get extra amount in the form of interest. Reason number two, he would be charging interest as per his choice, maybe 5% or 10%. Reason number three, rather than saying a customer no, it's always better to have the customer by giving him some or the other option. Now the next thing, when we talk about hire purchase agreement, we need to remember there are four important aspects that we need to calculate. The first aspect is interest. We need to know how interest is calculated. The next is how installment is done. Now, since Mr. A is an entrepreneur, and the measure, concern, or understanding for hire purchase agreement syllabus that we have is to record all the entries which happens in the books of entrepreneur or as the buyer or the purchaser. Different name, but he is the same, that is Mr. A. So we need to know how to calculate interest, we need to know how to calculate installment, and we need to know how to calculate depreciation. If we know how to do this, then it would be very easier for us to pass the journal entry. It's a very simple concept. It is just you have to be with me and make sure you follow all the videos that I will be posting one after the another for solving the sums. That's it. Bye for now.